Everyone is in their seat here at the Quicken Loans Arena in Cleveland as the Cavaliers look to grab a win here at home. Looking at the last game for the Cleveland Cavaliers, it was a win against the Bucks in Milwaukee. And just one look at the score tells you all you need to know. They were dominant in just about every area.
And you know what? Exactly what had to be done in terms of winning on the road. Never allowed any momentum to build up against them. Kept the crowd out of the game. And for every punch they took, they had a counter.
I was very impressed, Greg, with the way they stood their ground, even when they were on their heels some, coming through those moments where they were backing up a bit. That's what it takes on the road. You've got to show that kind of fortitude and resilience.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. We've got Johnson. Jarrett Jack is out there with Bogdanovich. Then it's Brook Lopez. And it's Young in at the 4 slot. Now here's Lopez. He's coming off a 13-point game against Detroit. In transition, here come the Cavaliers. And he gets the bucket.
And really, once he got that steal, just really nothing the defense could do.
That's why turnovers are so costly, because in many cases, they're indefensible once possession changes hands.
Here's Jack, following the basket by Kyrie Irving. Johnson attacking, and he makes good on the layup.
They think that kind of defense is going to get it done against him. They're mistaken.
On defense, Brooklyn. There's chance this season playing the Cavaliers. Irving kicks to Shumpert. Cleveland moving the ball around. Back to Irving. 5 on the clock. Tries from 16. Jack with the rebound.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
And guys, for everything we've said about Kyrie Irving over the years, now let's talk about maybe another area, and that is his willingness to give up the ball. LeBron came to town at the beginning of last season. Kyrie didn't even flinch at the prospect of being 1B to 1A. To me, that was a very selfless way of giving the mantle of that team over to LeBron.
I agree with you, and there was some question as to whether Kyrie would be able to do that at this point in his career, but ultimately that's what champions do. Kobe did it for Shaq. Robinson did it for Tim Duncan. And that's really what great players do.
And here are the Cavaliers now. After the basket by Brooklyn, Mozgov dishes to Irving, and that is good.
Kevin, that's a really sweet stroke from Irving there.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Earlier, I spoke with Coach Lionel Hollins. He said that the key to the game will be how well they defend Kyrie Irving, adding he's shown himself to be one of the premier point guards in the game already. Whether it's passing, shooting, or penetrating, we need our guys in the backcourt to really get up into him, and our bigs need to be ready to bring help. Guys, you can bet that Irving will be their focus defensively.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris.
You know what? I think he thinks he can make a few improvements to how things are going on right now.
Yeah, and you know, coaches always are looking for ways to tweak things and change it up a little bit, no matter what the situation is. That's what coaches do.
A different look now for Cleveland. Thompson comes in for Mozgov, and Smith subbed in for Shumpert, and Droop in for the Nets. Bargnani is checked in for Lopez. Robinson comes in for Thaddeus Young. Wayne Ellington's checked in for Bogdanovich, and Shane Larkin subbed in for Jarrett Jack. Now here's Johnson. 17 points for him last game against Detroit. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Larkin, covered by Smith. And the Nets miss again.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the knee.
James outside. It's a pick by Love. On the wing, Irving fires the 3. Rebound by Larkin. Brooklyn trailing. Pass to Bargnani. Misses off the left iron. A good. And Nets head coach Lionel Hollins known for his no-nonsense.
I told him, oh, you get a joke.
I still don't think that Coach Hollins is anyone to be trifled with, and I think the net players would agree with me on that one.
Oh, yes, I know they've got that one figured out. And I do, too, as a matter of fact. The last thing anybody on the team better be doing is laughing at Lionel Hollins. Ask Darren Williams.
And off we go, a close game now starting the second quarter. And taking a look at the Cavaliers' performance here, what do you guys see?
They come out the gates here strong and put together just a solid first quarter.
A ton of good looks for him, Greg, on offense, and it's quality shots they're getting.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So for Brooklyn now, we've got Bogdanovich. Thomas Robinson is out there with Brook Lopez. Then there's Shane Larkin. And it's Young in at the small forward position. On its way from Irving for two. Rebound, Brooklyn. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons.
And that result was no surprise because they played very loosely with the basketball.
They sure did. There's no question about it. And when you come out on the wrong end of the turnover battle, you're often going to be on the wrong end of the scoreboard as well, Greg. You know that.
Now here's Shumpert. 9-point game his last outing. Picked by Mozgov. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. That's on Brook Lopez.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul. Stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
A different look now for Cleveland. Anderson Varejau's checked in for Mozgov. And it's Williams in for Irving. And the Nets making a change here as well. Jack's checked in. Now here is Jack. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Young outside. Back to Lopez. And that one's good.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
The Cavaliers leading by 3.
Brook Lopez, guys, started the season as the starting center for the Nets last year, but it didn't end up that way.
Shumpert off the screen. And that one's good. Shumpert's got 7.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Count that one. Lopez ended up coming off the bench for the Nets for a stretch last season. There was a lot of debate, Clark, if that was the right role for him.
Kevin, clearly there were differing opinions because as soon as it happened, every GM called Brooklyn up to see if Lopez was available.
Now the pass to Varejau. Kicks it to LeBron. Outside jumper. Fires for 3. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. Shumpert's got the lead up to 5 now for the Cavs. Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. 2 summers ago, all anyone could talk about was LeBron James and the return to Cleveland.
I mean, you couldn't write that stuff, Kevin. I mean, it was unbelievable, the storyline. I mean, after all the acrimony between LeBron and the ownership as well as the fans. But you know what? He said it best. He truly is back where he belongs.
He's home. He's home. Johnson, wide open. He fires. Misses with the tough leaning jump shot. The Cavaliers leading by 5. It's stolen by Jack. Ellington kicks to Robinson. Johnson, the pass to Bargnani. And the shot no good, a bit short.
And, you know, for LeBron, he knew he had his work cut out for him in Cleveland. A younger team unseasoned in the playoffs. They had to remake the roster a bit and gain that experience.
Smith with it, and Bargnani picks him up defensively. Williams kicks to Love. Just 5 on the clock. Puts it up from 17. No good. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it.
And LeBron and the Cavs, I think they'll have a chance to bring that long-awaited championship to the city of Cleveland. But LeBron's return was bigger than basketball. He said it was about hope and inspiring his home state. And no doubt that was accomplished in his first year.
Smith against Johnson. Smith wide open. He fires. Great touch on the 16-footer. Smith's got his first points of the game.
If you're waiting for him to miss when he's that open, you're going to be in for a long wait.
And so
it's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down to the first quarter for the Cavaliers was fairly even. And that'll do it for now.
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. You got to like what Iman Shumpert has done in this game.
Yeah, created a lot of quality shots for himself in that first half, and he knew when to pass it up when the double team came.
And that led to a very high points per shot number for him. For those of you that are into analytics, that stat really tells how efficient a player has been, and he's been very efficient so far.
Pulling out the wings, it's Shumpert and LeBron. Down low, it's Love and Mozgov. And it's Irving at the 1. That's the group starting the second half for David Blatt.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those balls.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum.
Irving against Jack, and there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's foul number 2 for him. Brooklyn with the ball. They trail by 7. Jack with it. He's picked up by Irving. Here's Lopez. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. And for Brook Lopez, disappointing start to last season. The season before, he had played only 17 games, so he wanted to make an impact right off the bat. It just didn't work out.
Yeah, you know, he missed the first 2 games altogether with the foot injury and comes back to play pretty well, then hurts his back. Out for 8 more games, comes back again. He's benched in favor of Miles Plumlee. Very disjointed year for Lopez. Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful 2-hand jam, you're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further.
Here's Mozgov, and the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
And Cleveland making a change here. Thompson's checked in. Shane Larkin's checked in for Brooklyn. Nets trail by 8. The feed to Johnson. And Thompson sends it back. Now Cleveland moving it up. Shumpert's running. He dishes it to LeBron. Irving with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. And Thompson kicks to Irving. It's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. 9 points for Kyrie Irving.
Sound offensively. Really no other way to put it here in the second half.
There's really no comparison between the teams in terms of the way they've both shot the ball since the break.
And one thing about Tristan Thompson, he is an absolute terror on the offensive glass. Was top 5 in that category last year, despite playing less than 27 minutes a game. Does a terrific job with anticipation of the carom and uses his gigantic wingspan to just go up and reel it in. Terrific motor and nose for the glass.
They're spraying them home from mid-range today, guys.
Finding the gaps in the defense and really just slicing and dicing them right now.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Hi, Kevin. I was able to hear the advice Lionel Hollins gave to his team during that last break. He went over the offensive game plan and that it hinges on running through Lopez. Coach emphasized getting him as many touches as possible, saying he is going to be one of the guys to carry us the rest of the way. Coach was not wasting any time in altering their strategy here in the second half. And Kevin, he's going to have to hope those changes take effect quickly.
And thanks for that story, Doris. Robinson's checked in for the Nets. Ellington comes in for Bogdanovich.
Forget about finesse and agility. This big fella is all about the power and force.
Greg, you were talking about Tristan Thompson. LeBron came out and said he's one of the best pick-and-roll defenders in the NBA. And Clark, that's high praise from the King.
No doubt. I mean, Thompson is an emerging force. If he could just develop his shooting stroke a little more, then you're talking about a very, very valuable player.
Good point. Here's Irving. Following the basket by Thomas Robinson. Puts one up from 19. Makes a big high bounce and goes in. And that's 11 points for Kyrie Irving.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Robinson drives in. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Thompson sets the pick for Irving. He kicks it to Thompson.
This is for Kyrie Irving.
You back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. Nets trail by 15. So for Brooklyn now, Jarrett Jack is out there with Bogdanovich. Then it's Brook Lopez. Then it's Young. And it's Johnson in at the 3, the small forward. The 9-foot shot. That one off the back iron and out. Cleveland's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. LeBron dishes to Shumpert. Brooklyn with the rebound. Here's Bogdanovich. Passes it to Jack.
That is done. That's his first personal foul.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
And that last replay courtesy of Kia. Screen by Young. Here's Bogdanovich, guarded by Shumpert, and stolen by Love. Moving against Johnson. Side Irving. Love outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shumpert, no good.
You can see how much the defense respects him. I mean, they were all over him on that look.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness, as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for Cleveland.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, Clark, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Well, it's more than luck, Kevin. I think the shot selection was good, too.
And every win important, and this one will go down as win number 3.
And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Shumpert. Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
1:10 left to play here in the fourth. Larkin kicks to Bargnani. Got a hand on it. Inside, here's Smith. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Dellavedova. And the Cavaliers lead by 16. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Cleveland.
Block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
Yeah, but they've been offensive defensively tonight because they've really forced the issue on D and come up with quite a few steals and deflections.
Quincy Miller's checked in for Joe Johnson. And Thompson sends it back.
He's giving them little to nothing at the offensive end. I can't put it any other way.
Dishes it to Williams. To the wing on the left. Dellavedova from outside. Rebound, Thomas Robinson. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Miller with a wide open look. Here's Bargnani. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on a follow, just like he got there.
Now, here is Smith. Puts it up from 15. Shot misses. Larkin misses there. So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. Eve?
Thank you, Kevin. I'm here with J.R. Smith. We got to see your offense in full effect here tonight. Seems like everyone on this team is really on the same.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Kevin, Iman Shumpert.
A tremendous night of shooting the basketball for him tonight. He was nearly 60% from the field. Ernie, 60. That's Shaq-like numbers. Okay, that's Kenny Smith-like numbers. I'm telling you, this guy was outstanding. I love the way he shot it all over the place.
Well, certainly a solid night for him offensively. Excellent production pretty much everywhere. He was what I call NSV, Ernie, a nice safety valve. When they need to open up the valve, he came through with that offense.